Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa Kente, your kingdom concierge.
Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa. Step into the ladies' room. Topics that interest you, fun and ministry too. She's on the cutting edge. Come and join the kingdom concierge. Step into the ladies' room. Step into the ladies' room. Step into the ladies' room. Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa.
Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa Kente, your kingdom concierge.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ladies Room Talk Show. And of course, I'm so very excited about it. I love hanging out in the ladies' room, and I love it when you come and hang out with us too. We're going to have a great show here tonight. Certainly want you to go ahead and share this link, because we have a great guest that's going to be here tonight. Now, he's no stranger to the ladies' room. He's been hanging out with me before. And so I'm so excited about having Bishop Mullen back into the ladies' room here tonight. Has some special things to share with us about Miracle Academy. So we're looking forward to that. And also, if you are here long enough with us to check out the intro, we have a Women's History Month honoree, and that is Miracle Mullen. Miracle is the amazing young lady that this academy is named after. And we'll talk a little bit more about that with her dad, but I certainly would be remiss if I did not give her great honor today as we continue to honor Women's History Month for the month of March. So super excited about that and excited to honor her on tonight. Also want to give a big shout out to Karen, baby. Listen, if you missed last week, you missed a portion of your life. Guys, listen, we can now buy a bag of crack for $7 and it's legal. Yes! I'm looking at Bishop Mullen and he's like, what? I don't think that's holy, but it is. But we're going to talk about that, Bishop, when you come into the show. But listen, that is some amazing treats that Karen has made. And listen, guys, it is so tasty. And they named it crack because it's so addictive and it's so good and it's so sweet and it's so salty. I mean, it's just a conglomeration of all goodness mixed in together. So big shout out to Karen. We enjoyed having her on the show and we enjoyed showcasing her amazing treats that she calls crack baby, and it's K-R-A-K. Yes, so let's just make sure we're legal with that thing. But Karen, hopefully if you're inside the ladies' room here tonight, blessings to you. Thank you so much for sharing with us and hanging out with us on last week. So, and also, guys, listen, we have an amazing show, actually an amazing masterclass that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. ICU Media and Professional Creations, we have coupled together Clarissa Kente and Courtney Woods. We have come together in collaboration so that we can talk to you about the best way to animate your business or automate your business. The best way to automate your business, it is the best way to do it. If you're doing business and you have a lot of things going on, a lot of moving compartments, this master class is going to be the best thing that could have ever happened to you. It's going to help to centralize everything. You'll be able to be more organized, more efficient, more on top of things, and everything will be centralized right here on your phone. And so that's what Courtney and I will be discussing on April 9th. That'll be at Creed, downtown Birmingham. It will start at 11 o'clock and it will end at 1. So we'll just have 2 great hours of your time on that day. But it's 2 great hours that you will invest and your business will skyrocket and it will never, ever be the same again. So certainly I want to go ahead and show you this little clip about what the lead automation masterclass is all about and what you can expect to receive out of this class. All right, you want to go ahead and secure that slot. This is going to help you and it's going to change your life, showing you how to automate your entire business and then also showing you how to understand the importance of leads because leads help you build your business and leads help you to create more services to provide to your customers. And so we're going to show you how to create that sales funnel and how to push those leads through so that you can get good results. So we're excited about that as well. All right, guys, listen, we have a great show here tonight. We're going to be learning more about Miracle Academy. They have opened up enrollment on last week, so we're going to talk about that. That is K through 8th grade. And so we got Bishop Greg Mullen in the ladies' room here tonight. Hey there, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's all good.
Greg,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I see you're in the car, so you're on the road, I see.
Staying on the move. You know how it goes. Can't slow down.
I do, but we can't. We got things to do.
Hey, as my ancestors used to say, I don't let grass grow under my feet.
Please don't. And another thing I used to hear too was sleep is for the dead.
Well, what you say?
So I don't have time for it. We gotta move.
Don't have time for it. Don't have time. Don't have time. I'll give myself a little more light here. Yeah, there we go.
There
That's
you
better.
go. Love it.
All right.
So let's talk a little bit about Miracle Academy. You've been on the show before, and we have discussed Miracle Academy. And for some of our listeners who have never heard about Miracle Academy, let's talk about that and what you cater to and what your overall mission is.
Yes, when we were on the show originally, Miracle Academy was just getting started. We was really was in incubation stages, but now the egg is hatched and the baby is growing. It's absolutely phenomenal because we started in 2020 and 2020 in the midst of the pandemic with 4 students, and now that has grown from and we were virtual, should I say. Now we're on campus, and that 4 student has turned into 17 students, K through, as you stated, K through 8th grade, and constantly growing. Our doors are open. In fact, we just started enrollment for the 2022-2023 school term. So we are expecting and we are looking forward to taking in more students this year so that we can continue to grow and thrive. But what we're catering to, in fact, I'll go back and let me say this: today is World Down Syndrome Day, and I've been so busy I hadn't had a chance to celebrate it for real. But today,
wow.
Yes,
how befitting is that though to have you in the ladies' room on this day?
Yes, I don't think I could have planned that myself for real.
I know, that's super cool.
Because when we set the date, I really didn't give any thought to it at all. And really, I've been going so much, it really didn't even dawn on me until this weekend that today would be World Down Syndrome Day. I'm like, wow, okay, God, he knows how to line things up.
He does. And I want to give big kudos to our executive director, Allison Sanders. She was able to move some stuff around just for you, Bishop.
Oh man. Well, as the late great Bishop Ernest Palmer used to say, it's not mine. If it was mine, I'll tag it back and sell it, but I can't do nothing with it. So this is all God's doing. All God's doing. I have no say so in the matter. I just work here. So but yes, I'm grateful that she was able to do that because I believe that everybody needs to hear about Miracle Academy and what Miracle Academy is doing. We are catering to not just K through 8 students, but we're catering to special needs students as well, because the school is based on the fact that Miracle was not accepted back to her school that she had been at from K5 through 5th grade. And because of that, God caused us to launch Miracle Academy and to reach out to be able to bring in other students that have special needs or have IEPs and whatnot. And I would say 45 to 50% of our students are actually special needs students. So they have an IEP. It may be from learning disabilities. It may be from autism, anxiety, all of these things that we see. And of course, Miracle Down syndrome. This is what we see and what we have on a daily basis. But God has equipped us and blessed us to be able to deal with that. And that is the thing that you're not going to find in too many other private sectors when it comes to schooling. So we actually would take the children, a child's IEP, and we would work with that, and then eventually convert that to what we call an AEP, which is an alternate educational plan, to cater to the students based on what they need as well as how they learn. But not only do we cater to them, but we also cater, and sometimes I'm like, God, you got to do this, because we cater to low income families. So our tuition is probably the lowest tuition that you would find anywhere. And but we do that because there are so many families now that are really concerned about their children and want them in a great environment. They want them in a Christian environment. They want them in a place where they're going to be safe. And so we're catering to those families who want to send their child to a private school, but just can't really afford the tuition that they have to come up with for other institutions. So that's kind of how we do that.
I like that. I think that I'm glad you're on the show, because we can talk a little bit more about how you're catering to special needs students, and it's not isolating, but what it is that it's providing a customized curriculum to help them to adjust and to be self-sufficient as you continue to go on. And sometimes when you're in a school and sometimes the needs blend in and they hide behind other things that are taking precedence. And so sometimes, you have this no kid left behind, but there are children being left behind regardless of the slogan.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited about Miracle Academy, and I'm excited about what your mission is by catering to students who have special needs. So I really like that. With that, is it a certain level? Because I know some special needs students are a little bit more high functioning than others. And so is there a certain level of special needs students that you say, well, hey, we may not be able to cater to this particular need, or do you open up to all needs and then you're able to cater to them as they come?
Well, basically what we do is we will have, before we accept the students in, and that's just about on every basis, whether special needs or not, we will meet with the parent and we'll meet with the students, and we'll as to what the student needs are. And then we from that, we determine whether we can accommodate that or not, based on what we deal with in that meeting, and what we understand, what we see, what God shows us, as well as well we are able to accommodate or not. And unfortunately, there have been a couple of students that we had to say, no, we can't do that right now, maybe at a later date. But also, like I said, it's based on that situation as to what we get out of that meeting.
Okay, so it's really kind of like a case by case when they come in and do the assessment and you do the interview and things. And that's with any school, especially private schools. There is a certain process that you must go through. And so right now you're saying that enrollment is open. So is there a timeline on this, or do you have an open enrollment?
We have open enrollment. We have open enrollment, but we actually just started on March 15th. We started enrolling for the 2022-2023 school term. So, but it's open enrollment. It's open enrollment all year long. And in fact, we just took some students in January of this year that was not with us from August through December. They just came in January. So yes, we have open enrollment. That's all the time. Yes.
So Bishop, is it hard for students to adapt and to accommodate and kind of blend into the process when they start school in the middle of the year?
No, I haven't seen that with the students who come in this year. They came in and just fit right in. And I think that's one of the greatest thing that God is doing with Miracle Academy is that we see students actually transitioning and coming out of their shells, because we have students who have come to us who have been bullied in other schools, have been beat up in other schools, and the parents just looking for a safe place for them to be. We have a zero tolerance of bullying policy at our school. We do not tolerate bullying in no form or fashion. And but we've seen students come in, and fortunately I spent years teaching anger management, And so that has definitely come into play with what we're doing now with Miracle Academy, because we've had students come in and they've had anger issues based on how they were treated previously.
Right.
And there are times I pull them to the side and say, hey, you're not in the place that you were. You don't have to worry about that now. So you can let down the guard. You can let down the defense. Every time somebody says something to you, they're not picking on you. They're really just trying to get to know you. So what you need to do is learn how to accept that, be a little bit more friendly, and you'll see things change. And I've seen students, man, who come in and really didn't talk to anybody when school first started. Just sit there and kind of keep the hoodie over the head and whatnot. But then I've seen the same student months later turn around and introduce new students to the school. Say, hey, we're glad to have you here. I'm gonna show you around, and I'm gonna show you all the classes. I'm gonna show you where the restroom is, So this is the kind of thing that we're seeing happening.
That is awesome. So now the kindergarten is from K4, K5 to 8.
K5 right now.
Okay.
We're working on trying to get a K4 program. That's something that's in the making right now that we're working on. Prayerfully that does come through. But right now it's K5 through 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yes.
Okay. So Bishop, when they finish and they graduate from Miracle Academy, is there a school that you recommend they go to, or are they ready for a certain school? Where are you seeing your students go after Miracle Academy?
Well, from the student perspective, they are saying, please, we want you to go to 12th grade. This is what they're saying. Because I don't want to leave this school. We actually have one 8th grader who actually will graduate this year, and she is like up in arms about leaving. Like, I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to stay here. Can't y'all just homeschool me for 9th grade? And mind you, when I tell you, this is a student, her testimony is this: she hated school. She hated school. She would have migraines. She would have stomach issues. She would have everything. It was difficult to get this child to go to school 3 days a week. It was difficult. There was always something that was wrong. But she has been at Miracle Academy since August of 2021. In fact, she started with us virtually in 2020. But 2021, she has been on campus, and she have not missed 3 days from school the whole year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she hated school. I mean, passion, hated with a passion. But she tell you now that she loves school. She learned to love it, and she don't want to go anywhere else because she has now learned to understand that, hey, I need to be in school, and she don't want to miss any days. We've had students, because we check the temperatures and stuff like that. We've had students come in with temperatures in the morning time, and I had to send them back home. They literally cried. They don't want to get back in the car and go back home. Yeah.
Wow. And that says a lot for you about you and the culture that you are providing at Miracle Academy, because there are so many kids now, Bishop, that like you're saying, they hate school. They don't want to be in the environment. They don't want to have anything to do with it. I think a lot of it, within these last 3 years, has a lot to do with the stresses and the uncertainties with the pandemic. Yes. And so, that's just a whole nother issue within itself. But when you can create something amid such an uncertain time, and kids can still enjoy it, still want to come to school, still want to hang out with their teachers, I think it says a lot about what you're doing, because these kids really are having a tough time. And when you're dealing with that 6th to 8th grade, I'm like, woo! Hey, Bishop, I remember myself at that age. You understand what I'm telling you?
I told my wife the other day, I think 7th grade was my worst year in school.
Hey, it was something serious now. It was just trying to figure it out and coming into your own self and dealing with all this stuff. It was just an interesting time. So you have, especially that 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, that's critical. A lot of them are making turning points, identity things are coming in that, feeling, who are you? How do you play a part in life, and where you're headed? So those are critical moments. I commend you for even taking on that daunting task.
Well, we started the school as middle school, 6th through 8th grade. But after the first year, we realized that, hey, we need to go K-5 through 8th grade, because
Mhm.
a lot of times by the time they reach 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and they're hitting that pivotal point in life, so much has already been lost and so much has already been missed. So
Right.
we thought that it'd be better that we go ahead and try to catch them early and try to help them grow up to that stage, because
Mhm.
that is a pivotal point. And one of the other things that Rose and I discovered was this: is that most of the time, special needs students are lost in the shuffle during that time between
That's right.
sixth through 8th grade.
Mhm.
And we discovered that one of the reasons that happened is at that time of their life, they're experiencing different changes in their emotion. They're experiencing different changes in their bodies and hormones and all these things. So what happens is, though they may have been close friends, and as they used the word, they was tight with the special needs students from 1st through 5th grade. But now they kind of forget about that, because, as you stated, they're coming into their own, and now they don't have the time to spend with the special needs students that they used to spend with them.
Mhm.
And that's the other thing, about us being inclusive the way we do, is because of the fact that the kids are growing up together, that make them less likely to do that.
Right.
They are in the same classroom. They're not the special needs students are not isolated, but they're in the same classroom, but yet they are still taught according to their learning abilities and their learning style. So
Mhm.
they may not. Some students may not be able to write stuff down on paper, but they can verbally respond to it. So we
Right.
work with them. If they learn that way, they learn and they can respond verbally. Then that's the way we would test them. That's the way we would teach them that they can
Mhm.
respond. We would not give them a pencil and paper and say, write this, knowing that this is going to push them to a place where they have never been or don't know how to get there.
Right.
So we would deal with them on that verbal level.
I love it. And it's good to have it that way, because when you get into high school is kind of that next step to college. So,
Yes,
college, they really, I don't want to say the teachers don't care, but they don't get paid enough to care. Either you coming to school or you're not. Either you're going to get your grades and get your class, or you're not. It really doesn't matter to them, because they're still going to get paid and still get that check. So
yes,
come to class if you may. And so, to have them to get that critical learning from K to 8th grade and get them ready for what we call real life. I
yes,
think that's really, really, really cool. Student teacher ratio is so key. And some people thrive better when that student teacher ratio is more intimate
yes,
than going to a large school, large class. I've been to both.
yes,
I went to Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was my first college I went to. And it was huge. We had 400 students in a class. And then the lecture was one thing, and you had then you had a discussion class. It was just too much for me. And
right,
so by coming back and then moving to Alabama, to Birmingham, and going to Miles College. Miles College is a historical Black college, so you don't have a whole lot of people in one class. It's a private school, and it
yes,
was more intimate. You really developed a relationship with your instructors. Sometimes you can hang out with them at their house or go grab some dinner. It was just more of an intimate relationship with the instructors, and I was able to thrive a little bit better. I appreciated that more, because the high school that I came from was not very large in number of students. We maybe had about 15 students, maybe 20 in a class, and that was it. So, it just helped me to thrive a little bit better with a smaller classroom setting. So now that you're having your open enrollment, what is it that people need to do to enroll? Do they need to go online, or do you have a link? Is there
yes.
a Facebook page that's out there? How do we
We have
navigate?
a we have a website, and what they need to do is go to the website and click on the apply button and fill out the application there. The website is Miracle Academy PCS.org. It's Miracle Academy PCS.org. They can go there and you can see a lot of things about the school there on the website, and they can register there on the website, and then we will contact them when we receive that information to let them know what all information that they need to bring to the school, and then we will sit down with those parents and that particular students and deal with that, and go over that and see, is this going to be a fit? Because we like people to understand that there has to be a good fit, because if the school is not a good fit for the student, then the student is not going to thrive.
That's
You know,
right.
so we have to make sure of that. So we definitely, we have to stay on top of that as much as we can. Let me stop that phone from ringing. Okay.
Okay.
So definitely, that's what they need to do. That's the initial point of doing that, is going online and filling out that application, and then we can take it from there as to see how we can proceed further with that.
Okay. Sounds good. Now with that, if some people need some form of a scholarship or something like that, do you offer scholarship options at this time?
Unfortunately, not at the moment, but that is something that we're working forward toward the future for. We got a lot of things that we're working on that can open doors for that. Preferably by the end of this summer and going into the fall, that we will be able to offer scholarships as everything work out the way that we anticipate for it to
Okay.
do. We definitely want to be able to do that again, because the main reason we want to do that is because we want to be blessing to those people who are not able to send their
Right.
children to private schools. Trust me, I know what it costs to send a child to a private school,
Yeah.
because most of my kids, 4 of my kids went to private school. Well, 5 now, because Miracle goes to Miracle Academy. So
That's
all
right.
5 of my kids went to private school. So and then to have 2 in at one time, is something else. And speaking
Mhm.
speaking of which, we have several siblings, at our school. We, more than one student from a house,
Okay.
and that's really awesome. To me, we when we had our first student to register for this year, the student mother was going to register him, and they met us at the school, and so when I met her that day, I told her, I said, well, we've made some changes. I said, we decided to go not just 6th through 8th grade, but we decided to go K through 8. And she said,
Okay.
well, really? Y'all gonna do K through? I said, yes. She said, well, I want to register my daughter too then. So she
Mhm.
registered both students on that day. So yeah,
But it
it's
makes it easier. You know,
it
it
makes
makes it easier when all of your kids are at one school.
yes,
And with me, man, I was so blessed because Miracle went to WJ Christian at some point, and so all of my kids went through WJ Christian. So I
yes.
was
All of my
just
daughters too. All of
blessed.
my daughters went through WJ Christian.
Yes, I was like, oh, thank God, and then they started testing, and every one of them got over on the other side, and I was like, "Woo, thank you, Jesus."
Yes, yes,
Because you can go to WJ Christian up to a certain point, and then you have to test to get over on the middle side, which is the
right,
nugget
exactly,
portion. And
exactly.
so I was just like, thank you, Lord. But it's so good to have everybody in one location. And you don't have to run all over Birmingham or Jefferson County to drop this
Right.
person off here, drop that person off there. So I like the way you have everything set up.
And
And
that's
the
and
way
and then they can definitely do that when it's affordable. It's difficult. It's difficult, and like I said, I know this from experience. It's difficult having 2 students in a private school at the same time.
yes,
Because of the amount of the tuition that you have to pay. Yes, you would get some discount, but it's not going to be uh, that much to make it less effective on your finances.
right.
When it comes to that, of course, we offer discounts for multiple students as well. We do that too.
Mhm.
But you know, you talk about WJ Christian and Miles College. I had my daughters was ready for college when they came out of WJ Christian. They
That's
they
right.
they tested for the ACT in 6th grade and scored like 18 and 19.
Wow.
At,
Yes.
at WJ Christian. So I
Yeah.
I definitely know the things that they gathered from there. There was absolutely awesome school. And
Mhm.
the Miles College, I have 3 graduates from Miles College. My wife, Rosa, graduated Miles College. My oldest daughter graduated Miles College, and my next oldest daughter all graduated Miles
Woo!
College.
That's right.
And they all do this for some reason. I ain't figured it out yet.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that pinky up. They like that pink and green, don't they?
Yes, they love the pig and green.
Hey, Bishop, I'm me by me. I did not pledge anything.
Well,
Nothing.
you talked about the 8 Miles College, the HBCU, and the intimacy there with the professors and whatnot, the instructors.
Right.
Yeah, I've witnessed that firsthand, so I know exactly how that works. It's absolutely amazing to see the things that are done there. And these are the kind of things that we're trying to model after. These are the kind of things that we're trying to pattern our school after. So that our students are ready for that. We like to give them that one-on-one. I watch my
Yeah.
wife. She teaches classes. She teaches third, fourth, and fifth grade, and to watch her operate and do the things that she do is kind of mind blowing. The way she
Yeah.
operate with those students and the one-on-one. We have been blessed that we have help in our school now from a group called Positive Maturity. They send out foster
Yes.
grandmothers. Yes, we have like 4 foster grandmothers in our school, and they are there to assist the students. Miracle had a para the whole time she was at WJ Christian. Well, okay, well now Miracle has a para at Miracle Academy, thanks to the
Nice.
foster grandmother. So we are trying to
Yeah.
partner with as many people as we can, so that we can be as effective as we can in helping our students to
Mhm.
succeed in life.
That is beautiful. I love that. It looks like you have thought of everything and everything is covered. I love it.
I didn't think of all that. I give Rosa all that credit. I ain't think of
All
nothing.
right. Hey, that's wisdom. Hey, Bishop, that was a test to see if you was gonna answer right.
I know how to answer these questions.
But listen, Bishop, we're gonna wrap things up. I know that you are in the car. We certainly want you to sit out there because it's getting dark outside. We're gonna run this clip one more time about the lead automation masterclass, and then when we come back, we're gonna get final words from you. Okay?
Okay, sounds great.
All right. All right, guys, just
Oh,
remind you the lead automation masterclass is coming up April 9th. You don't want to miss it. Learning how to centralize your business and to make sure that you automate your lead base, your lead functioning, how you function from A to B. Make sure everything is centralized so you're not overcome with stress because you're all over the place. Lead automation, guys, is going to be the way to go. So make sure we're going to put the link in this feed after the show is tonight. Okay, Bishop Mullins, what are your final words for tonight?
well, my final words is this. There's a few things I want to leave with everybody. Again, enrollment for the 2022-23 season has already begun. So we want to invite everybody to enroll your students. If you know someone that's looking for a great school for their student, a place where they're going to be in a Christian environment, they're going to be safe, they're going to be learning. They're going to learn because they're going to be taught, and we're going to see to that during the one-on-one teaching if necessary. Also, if you want to partner with us, please feel free to go to our website, Miracle Academy, pcs.org. We are seeking partners to partner with us to help us to continue to achieve our goals and teaching our students. Also, again, we want to say this: we are looking to enroll 56 students this season. That's 56 students. That would be an average of 7 students per class. So therefore, we don't want to be overcrowded. We want to be able to have a good teacher-student ratio so that every student, and that we can truly say no child or no student left behind. So those are the things that I want to share with you. If you want more information, please feel free to email me at bishop.miracleacademy@gmail.com or call me 205-283-4015. Again, let's get some people enrolled.
I love it. Oh, that was perfect. You need to put that on the commercial.
You know, I think I'm going to do that sometime in the near future. I want to do that because I have a daughter that's really high tech. You know, getting her to do it is one thing, but knowing how is another. She knows how to do it, but she's all over the place sometimes and hard to nail down to get it done. But she certainly can make those things happen. She taught me how to do flyers, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, she taught me how to do flyers. That flyer that I sent you, I did it myself. Actually.
Okay, look at you, Bishop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm growing up in the tech world.
I see.
But absolutely, definitely, I think I'm going to do that sometime soon, and so that we can run that on social media, because again, we want to get those students enrolled, and we want everybody to go ahead and secure their spot. Don't wait till the last minute and all the spots are gone.
Yeah, I love it. I tell you what, guys, those of you who are listening here tonight, be sure to share this on your feed. You never know who's on your feed that's looking for a good school with the intimacy and the good teacher ratio that your students can get love and care and get a good meal that they actually like to eat and to have fun and to really embrace them as children. So, you know, share it on your feed because you never know who falls in that category. All right, guys. So again, thank you so much, Bishop Mullen, for hanging out with us tonight. And just tell Miracle how much we love her and let her know that we celebrated her tonight. And so it's History Month, so please let her know that. And so, and tell your beautiful wife I said hello and your awesome children and son-in-law, because I am familiar with them as well. So again, thank you for hanging out with us. Guys, go ahead and share this link. Get the word out because there is a school out there for your children, K-8 Miracle Academy. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Applications are being accepted right now. So please go ahead and share this link. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us inside the Ladies Room Talk Show. We'll see you back here next Monday night, 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here inside the Ladies Room. Good night.
Good night.
Step into the ladies' room with Clarissa.